Hi friends, how you doing? Hello, happy Thursday night. How you doing? Hi Kristen. I just saw your message on Facebook. I posted in the Facebook group. I'm like, okay, I want to get on Periscope, and Chris Ducker's on, and he was like, oh, hi Kim, how are you? Hi Coco, how are you? Angelica, yay, everybody's here. All my friends, all the cool people are here. Yay, Anne's here. Yeah, you've been waiting for a while. So yeah, when I went on there, he had like 122 people on, and then I just saw there was like only 40 something people on. So I'm like, okay, he must be winding down. Stephanie, where have you been? Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in forever. So happy Thursday night. Hi, hello. I just answered your your question on Inspired Scope, Miss Coco. So hopefully that was helpful. Anyways, so I have a cool one for you guys tonight. Leaving for vacation tomorrow, pulled second all-nighter last night. Oh yeah, so I feel like I'm going to do an all-nighter tonight. October Inc., how are you? Oh my gosh, is this your first time live? I saw that you guys watched a replay, but I wasn't sure. No time for scopes. Oh my gosh, Stephanie, you're just making excuses now. There's always, I should say, there's always time for scopes, except I haven't done like hardly any this week. Oh my gosh, Laura's here. See, all the people come. I said it last time. The freaks come out at night, right? All these people that I don't normally see during the day are on tonight. I love it. How fun! Yay! So I have a fun one for you guys. It's fun because I'm still drinking my champagne in my mason jar. Ashley, how are you? But yeah, I had a hard day today, so I started drinking champagne, and to be like full disclosure, this is the very end of the bottle. So I literally almost drank the whole thing. I don't ever drink, you guys, so I swear I'm not an alcoholic. Haha, I was scoping a drink earlier too. No, honestly, oh my gosh, tipsy scope. Yeah, I can do it. I can still do it. But yeah, it's, hey, yes, I think first time live. Cool. Happy scope. Yeah, totally going to do that. Exactly. Coco, I know you like champagne too. So definitely hashtag champagne scope. So I talk to a lot of clients, and I see a lot of friends and colleagues that want to do e-courses, but there's so much head-to-head with Dr. Scope. No, Crystal, seriously, did you see my post? I was like waiting for him to get off, and then he just keeps talking. He's been on for 42 minutes, so, because he gets on at 7 o'clock, and I'm like, goodness, I just can't wait any longer. So, and I saw that his numbers were starting to dwindle, so, and he was already doing recaps, so thought I'd get started. Anywho, I have a lot of friends and colleagues that want to do, hi Ruby Sandoval, that want to do e-courses, and I feel like a lot of things trip them up. So they're really not as hard as people think that they are. And it's one of those things that you kind of have to get started before you're ready. So I want to give you some encouragement tonight. I'm working late tonight, but I was thinking about this, and I want to tell you the only 3 things that you need, right, to start your e-course. And they're maybe not as crazy as you thought. I think that people put e-courses on a pedestal sometimes and think that they need a lot and that they require a lot of work and everything. And they do. I mean, I'm not to say that they're super easy. Thanks for all the hearts, you guys. Not to say that they're super easy, but you don't have to be a Marie Forleo just to have an e-course, right? They don't have to be this, like, she didn't start off with that. So you don't compare your beginning to someone's middle or someone's end, right? So there's only 3 things you need, and I don't want you to get shut down and not get these things done and not put your e-course out there because you're so afraid of it, right? Because you're afraid it's not perfect, and you're chasing that perfection and being, I don't know. Anyway, so there's 3 things. I'll get to it. New follower from Canberra, Australia here. Hello, Michaela. I love that. Gosh, so many people from Australia are on Periscope. I feel like it's just got a Fedora subscription, so I'm ready to dive in on a course. Yeah. What's Fedora? Actually, I don't even know what that is. Is that an e-course provider? Am I like messing up the microphone? Yeah, Melissa Smith, Liz Letters. She's in Australia too. Yeah, she's one of my favorites. I don't know if you saw, Liz, I just reposted one of your Instagrams because I love it so much. You're so talented. And I owe you a long email. Okay, so number 1, guess what? You just need an idea. Sorry guys, it's nothing crazy. It's an e-course platform that's so awesome. Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't even know about it because we usually create custom ones. So, but number one, you need an idea. So it's not as crazy as you think. It doesn't need to be a dictionary or an encyclopedia on what you're teaching. That can actually hurt you when you have too much information, and it can actually hurt. So remember, you guys that have taken a lot of e-courses, how many of you have not finished? Okay, let me just raise your hand or give me hearts or say yes if you've purchased an e-course but you haven't finished it. How many of you guys have purchased an e-course but haven't finished it, haven't gotten all the way through? Hearts or yes. Tell me yes if you've purchased one and haven't gotten through. Okay. Because here's my hands. Yes, 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 yes. So that is because people pack a ton of information into e-courses. Look at all these yeses, all these hands, right? Only all of them. Okay, yeah, exactly, the Makers Collective. So the whole thing is people packed so much information into e-courses because they're so worried about giving value, right? So look at all these people that said yes, they didn't even finish the e-course because there was too much information, they were too overwhelmed or whatever reason, right? So people, you got to understand that it's just a small idea, bite-sized stuff. That's all you need, just one little piece of the puzzle. You don't need every little thing they need to know, right? So for example, if you're teaching about calligraphy, they don't need to know everything there is to know about calligraphy. They need to know one thing, maybe, like, okay, so how to handwrite a quote. That's it, right? Just simple, easy, get through the stuff, get it finished, right? So it doesn't need to be this crazy thing, right? You just need a very simple idea. And once you have that idea, you just need a basic outline in order to develop your sales page and your price. That's all you need. Sales page, price, an idea. That's one thing, right? Okay, so that's all you need, right? Number two, you just need a site, and you can do this really, really easily. You can do something more sophisticated if you want. You know, you can get kind of crazy with, Angelica mentioned Fedora. There's some other e-course things out there, but honestly, very simple. You can go do it so simple with just a WordPress site, and all it needs to be is password protected. So it can be a very simple WordPress site. You can sign up for a free template, and you just have basically the pages or posts. So each class or each module or however many you have in there is a separate page, and you just need it to be locked down, protected. And it can be as simple as having one site that is password protected. So there is a cool plugin called Password Protection that you just, actually I don't even remember the name of it, but you just look up Password Protected and you just log in, give it a password. After you sell your course, you give them the password and they log in. I mean, there's definitely more sophisticated stuff where people each have their individual logins. But if you're looking for simple and you're looking to just start your first one and you're not very technical, just password protect a site and then give them access, and that's all you have to do. And then have module 1, module 2, module 3, and they're different pages. That's all you need. Honestly, it doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to have any progress bars or homework or like any of that crazy bells and whistles. Like videos, worksheets, simple, right? Just pages. That's number 2. You just need a site to put it on, right? And some people use email. Some people don't even have a site, but I like logging in somewhere. So number 2 is a WordPress site. And then 3, you just need an email list to send it out to, right? So you just need to start your email list to start your sales and kind of have that going. And that you don't have to have a big list. A lot of us don't have a big list. I don't have a big list. I definitely didn't have a big list when I sold my first e-course. I think I just had enough people interested, and I did a good enough job about explaining what I was dealing with or what I was selling and what I was, putting out there. So that's all you really need. Just set it, and if you don't have a list currently, set one up and start going. Have some freebies, have some opt-ins to get people to grow your list. There's lots of information out there on how to grow your list, and that's all you need. So that's it, guys. That's all you need. Number 1, you just need an idea and keep it simple, keep it concise, keep it focused. So it's not like everything under the sun that you've ever wanted to teach. Just one little piece of it, one digestible piece, just one bite-sized thing that someone can finish, right? That they're not going to buy and then not finish. And then get an outline, nice and easy, yeah. Get an outline, sales page, and price. So you don't have to have all your content ready to go before you start selling. That is one thing that I think people think that they need everything totally finished before they start selling, but it's actually better to do it as you go, as you run the course, and that scares people. You rock. I've been wanting to do this and haven't because perfectionist. You're not alone. I'm telling you, you're not alone. I've talked to so many clients that want to do this, but they're just like, oh my gosh, it's so technical, it's so hard. That's all you need. My first course, that's all I had. I ran it before I even had any information. I just had a basic outline. I said, okay, it's like 4 weeks. Here's what we'll learn in each week. And that's all I had. I had a sales page and a WordPress site and a list. That's all I had. So true. I totally didn't have mine all done before launching courses. Exactly. And it's totally true. Laura, like, I mean, she can attest to that too, but it's totally true that it's actually better to not have it all written out and like totally worked out before you go, because you want to hear like live feedback. So what I did the first time I ran my e-course, my very first e-course, I should say, is that I really ran it live. So like I used the feedback from people, things that were confusing, things that people wanted to learn, and I really pulled that out in the following weeks. So it was really developed for actual people versus just kind of what was inside my head, and I thought that people want to know, because it's really hard to, say, okay, people really need to learn this, or people want to know that, because it's really hard for you to know because you already know it, right? So it's really hard for us. You can tweak as you go and be really responsive to your students. Exactly. That's my total point. And actually, this is the way that I run e-courses pretty much from the first time I've ever done it, because it was so well tailored to that first class that it really made so much more sense, and it connected and resonated so much more. So it makes sense to do that. So all you need is your idea, that basic outline, just like you did in college, those little outlines like week 1, and then here's like 3 bullet points what we'll learn in week 1, week 2, and then 3 bullet points. That's all you need. Get started. I did the videos. Sometimes some of the videos I did like the night before, you guys, because I really wanted to gain all the information I possibly could, get all the feedback I could. So I was really making it tailored to the people that were actually taking the class, and not just kind of pie in the sky, like, talking to no one, right? So number 1, an idea. That's all you need, an idea and a basic outline. Number 2, you just need a WordPress site that's password protected. You just need to lock it down somehow so that people don't give it out. Do students communicate with you through email, or how do they ask you things if they need to? Yeah, you can do it through email. I would always send out great advice on launching my own first course in the next 10 days. Awesome, yeah. People just overcomplicate this stuff, and they think that it needs to be like a Marie Forleo B School or whatever, but you have to understand that's not how she started, right? So just make sure that you kind of just build it as you go. And yeah, just email. I usually talk through email. Every week I would send out an email. So I'd say week 2 is live. Here's where you can find it. Here's your login information. Sometimes, like with some of my courses, we have like a live element, like a webinar. If you're a perfectionist, check out Fedora. AppSumo has a promo for 6 months free. Yeah, go ahead and check that out. That's pretty much it. So every week I would just check in with them via email. I had a Facebook group for a community so that people could talk to each other. But honestly, like that, you don't even need that part of it. I mean, that's even like that's an extra thing, if you want it to be. But yeah, I ran it live. So every Monday or whatever day specifically that you launch this stuff, you just send an email to everybody and say, hey, it's live. That's pretty much all I did. I kept it really, really simple my first time. Although, actually, it was probably more complicated than it needed to be in my first time, and then I realized it just could have been really simple. And then I've put out classes that have been a ton of information, that have been way too much overload, and I realized no one finished them, nobody got through them, and I realized the simpler ones, the ones that actually had less information, were the ones that people found more valuable because they actually finished it. And which you guys even said, you're like, oh my gosh, I have so many e-courses that, like one of you guys said, I've never finished an e-course. So there you go. That goes to tell you that we as people tend to over-give and give too much value and too much information, and then it gets overwhelming. Do you prefer limited seating or unlimited? That's a good question. I don't really usually have a cap on my seat count. I more think about how many people do I want to be there, and that's kind of my goal. This is good to think about. Less info can be more valuable. Totally. Because it's all about being concise, right? Hey, excited about the e-course. I made my lessons super short and easy in the newest course. Yeah. So it's all about being concise. And you can send them other places for resources if they want more information. Such a good point. Bite-sized pieces of information are more easily digestible. Totally. That's something that I learned the hard way. I thought, because when I did my passive profits course, I thought everybody's going to want to know everything there is about passive profits, and I just dumped information, and people were like, what? It was so much information, you guys. It was like headache city. I like short and sweet and informative. Yeah, so you kind of have to choose what people need to know. And then lead them in a direction. If they want to go further in, you can say, if you want to know more about this, check out this resource. Or if you want to know more about this, so that you're not totally leaving them, but you're not inundating them with information that they totally don't need unless they need it, right? So you're just letting them down that path if they need it. But for the most part, you're just wanting to think of the basics. What are the essentials that everyone would need to know? So for example, this scope, right? I'm saying 3 things that you would need to know. There's a lot more that you need to know or that I could tell you about e-courses, but these are just the basics, right? How digestible was that information? Totally easy, right? Also love courses that really inspire action, totally. Do you ever offer a free course to get people interested? I don't. Well, I would actually say that my Periscopes are kind of that, right? So right now, this is my free content platform where I give away a ton of free content. This is my 89th Periscope, and so I'm scoping pretty much daily. Yeah, I can say I'm scoping daily. I'm definitely scoping daily. So I give away a lot of information here, but I don't really have a free course right now. Love your free hits and quit. Yeah, I mean, that's... There's so many things I could tell you that you could include on an e-course, but this is the bare bones. This is the bare minimum that you need, and you can get started. So how many of you guys think that that's easy enough to start? Does that make you feel any better? This is a free course, yeah. That's what I was kind of saying, but I mean, I will do that eventually, but for the most part, Love Inspired is still my business. How long have I been on Periscope? Since June, so the middle of June maybe. So yeah, 89 from the middle of June. I didn't do a lot at first, so I've been doing more since. But yeah, this is pretty much my free stuff. But the whole passive side of my business has always been kind of a hobby, and then my real business, I would say, is my design stuff. I'm gonna do it. This scope is helping push me along. Yay, good. Okay, cool. So does anyone else do you guys have any questions, technical questions about e-courses? Sounds easy but so scary. Why is it so scary, Anne? You've taken my courses, so you know. They're not that crazy. I just really just basically videoed myself, just screenshot myself, going over stuff on the computer. It wasn't crazy. I didn't even have, I think I used my iPhone microphone for a long time, and then now I've finally got a real microphone. But it was very bootstrappy at first. I didn't spend any money at all. So it was all passive income, right? There was no overhead. So it was great. So that's it. Those are my 3 things. If you guys missed any of it, make sure to watch the replay. Do you take on less clients while you develop e-courses? That's a really good question. So far, this has been my side gig, and I haven't really slowed anything down. What screencasting software do you use? I use ScreenFlow. Now, I don't know I can't even remember what I used before, but I use ScreenFlow. Do you incorporate blog, article, and video content? I used to, but not so much anymore, because like I said, I actually haven't really been doing many e-courses lately. I've been doing group coaching, which have been my most recent e-courses. But yeah, I feel like I missed a question in there. I started answering it, and then I lost it. So ask it again if I didn't answer it. Oh, my computer just went off. Cool, thanks. Yeah, so that's the champagne talking. I already forgot what I was talking about. Sorry, guys. That's what you get when you get a 7 or 8 o'clock scope from me. 8 o'clock Pacific daylight time. Ready for updated passive profits. I know it's coming. I think it's gonna come. Right now, I'm so freaking busy with launches right now. Yours being one of them. Did you see? Oh my gosh, you guys. We just did a preview of Pink Toast Inc.'s site, and it looks so good. You guys are going to die. It looks so good. I just told my programmer that she did an awesome job. EDT, right? I know everyone says EST, but it's daylight time, so it's EDT. Yeah, you guys, I can't wait to show you. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I'm excited about it. But yeah, so we're launching crap ton of sites right now, and so that's all like I'm doing right now is just launching. But in the slow season, I'm looking forward to doing more of the e-courses and learning stuff and kind of refreshing our website and doing some fun stuff. So you guys, I found out sex with baby and test site this week. Best week ever. I don't think I know. Do I know? Is it a boy or a girl? Do I know that? I can't remember. I don't think I knew that. Wahoo, new pretty websites are the best. Yeah, and these are like massive ones. These are not just like any website. The ones that we're launching are all like crazy big ones. It's a boy. Oh, congratulations. Yay! Everybody congratulate Carrie. That's so cool. That's awesome. I'm excited for you. So, that's it. That's all I have for you guys tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for coming. You guys are amazing. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much for the hearts. Thanks so much for commenting and having fun with me. And hope this information was helpful as usual. If you guys have any other questions, yeah, yay, thanks, Angelica. I'm going to be asking you about your site, your course. Make sure that you're putting it up, getting it up. Thanks for the tips, yeah. I'm excited to hear it. If you guys have something, that you want to run past me, go ahead and email me. My inbox is open to everybody. Kathy, CATHY, @love-inspired.com if you guys want to email me. Or you guys can hook up with me on Instagram at loveinspired. Or if you guys want to join our Facebook group, inspiredscope.com. This is our fun Facebook group. And that's it. That's all I got for you guys. So love you so much. Yay, new follower. Awesome. Hugs and kisses. I will see y'all tomorrow and have a wonderful night. Bye. Thanks for the heart.